Doom, 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 doom. What up, my guys? Welcome to another late night show, Sunday night NBA Talk with Jay. I'll be giving you some early looks for January 17th, MLK Day. RIP to my guy. I have a dream. Man, I haven't been able to sleep, but I hope I have a damn good dream tonight, man. Hopefully, we get this T Wolves cash, we get this Jazz cash, we get some money line parlay cash. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for some early looks for tomorrow's games, guys. So let's get straight into it. We all business here, man. We're all business. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Got to put the glasses on. May end up taking on. But what's up with y'all in the chat as well? Real ones here. It's games going on. It's NFL games going on. It's real ones right here in the chat, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Y'all my guys. Y'all are my guys, man. For sure. Let's get to it though, man. Let's get to it. It's all business. I'll let you know what I've been looking at. I kept pretty much every single game except for this Jazz Lakers game. I guess we're gonna look at that one together. You dig it? Appreciate y'all for coming in once again. Even if you're going back watching this overnight, I appreciate y'all, man. The chat makes the show. I could just make my plays and keep it to myself, but I want to spread the love, man. Try and make some bread with you guys. We got to stack up some wins here. Straight to it, man. First game up, we're going to the streets of Boston. We got the Boston Celtics here. Let's see. My bad. Let me get the lines up. What the early lines? Early lines -5.5, -6 for the Celtics in this one, guys. They're at the house here. Like I say, -5.5. You got the Pelicans here. They're 1-8 against the spread. Last 9 road games have not been playing well. You got the first early start of the season for the Pelicans as well on the road. This game is at 12:30 Eastern time, so this is an early start. Sleepy spot for these for the Pelicans over there, man. The Celtics, they last played a couple of noon games. They smacked up the last noon game. They smacked up the Suns 123-108. So they've already I must say the early starts value they trend towards the home team as well, right? You're the road team. You're coming from the hotel. You're not able to get really in rhythm like you were the home teams. They probably, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you go shoot some baskets at the house if you want to, but I feel like the home teams are better equipped to play these early games. It doesn't always come into fruition, but the trends are all over the Celtics in this one anyway. I'd be looking at the Celtics in this one. Heavy lean to the Celtics right now. Like I say, right now, tonight, I'm looking at these plays. A lot of times I don't make plays overnight unless I really like something. But like I say, everything that I'm letting you know tonight, that's the only thing that I could look at. Celtics, -5.5, -6. It's the only way I could look in this game. The Pelicans are Jekyll and Hyde, right? At the house, they can really play up to their opponents, really ball out, get behind the home crowd. It makes sense. On the road, this team just isn't that great. The team doesn't have it offensively. They need that crowd to give them that lift. Like I say, they always come to play defensively, even though they have a first-year coach. I do think that the Celtics, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can run circles. They got Herb Jones on the other side for the Pelicans. I like to look at a lot of different things, matchups, lines, everything. Let me look up at the matchup just real quick here. I don't know why my page going back, but in this game, you got Herb Jones, best defender on the Pelicans. Now you got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. One of those will go off in this one. I like the matchup of Robert Williams III going up against Valanciunas. Time Lord is a damn good defender, and they have Al Horford as well that they could throw up against him. You got Schroeder coming there. I like him at the point guard a little bit better than Marcus Smart, to be honest with you. So I know there's no Smart in this one, but like I say, a ton of is the better. You got the better bench for the Celtics as well. Just pretty much. Nikhil Alexander Walker coming off the bench for the Pelicans. No one else that's super scary. Jackson Hayes is a damn good player. Garrett Temple, he's a veteran, but not scared of the bench whatsoever. I actually think that the Celtics -5.5 is the right side in this game, guys. It's the only way I could look. Like I say, I'll have official plays tomorrow, but at the end of the video, I'll let you know my top leans. You dig what I'm saying? Celtics -5.5, heavy lean for me in that one. That's the only way I look. We'll definitely try to find something to get a money line parlay with the Celtics in this one, guys. Next game up, we're going to the streets of New York. I will not be having on Knickerbockers in this one. I must say, I kind of like the Hornets in this one, man. I know that the Knicks have been playing some really good basketball. You got the Hornets. They're 6-1 against the spread. I gotta take my glasses off, man. I gotta read my notes. Just trying to bring y'all the facts, man. It's a different J Money now. I gotta get back to my old self. We got the Knicks here, 0-3 coming back to the house off a road win. I went back and looked at it the whole season. When they coming off of a road win and they come back to the house, they're 0-3 straight up. So we'll see if that continues. They were 2.5. They laid my guy Sharp with the line functionality. The Knicks, they laid 2.5 on the road earlier this year. Now they come home, land 1.5. The line is all over Charlotte. Another point for them. Hornets 6-1 against the spread last 7 on 2 days rest. What's that saying? They get some time off. They practice. They're getting ready for the next game. Borrego is not a bad coach over there. I think the Hornets will be ready for this game. They're 5-2 last 7 meetings between these teams. Now you got the Knicks here. They're 1-2 at the house on this early start. They got smacked up versus the Nuggets and the Bucks, and then they did beat the Hawks on Christmas Day. But what I'm starting to see, guys, the Knicks, they turn up for these national TV games. They actually have one tomorrow as well versus the Timberwolves. No, I'm pretty sure. Yes, so they have a game tomorrow versus the Timberwolves on NBA TV. This game isn't on national TV. I like the Hornets in this one, guys. Hornets got the 3rd best offensive rating for the season, and they have the 6th best defensive rating over the last 5 games. And it's also a bounce back spot coming off a bad loss versus the Magic. A lot of points here for the Hornets, guys. I like the Hornets is definitely one of my top leans right now. I don't have to bet this one overnight because I know that the line probably won't move too much. The way that the Knicks been playing at the house, I know that they'll likely get some money tomorrow, but I will be one that's likely back in LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier to get back on the winning streak over here versus the Knicks. I know that the Hornets aren't as good road team as they are at the house, but I do think that their offense is superior in this game. Unfortunately, I have to say both sides. This is the first early start of the season versus the Hornets as far as like a 12:30 type of start time. Let me get the official, but they did play a 3 o'clock. They did play a 3 o'clock early start game over there in Brooklyn earlier this season, and they did win that one. So this is 1 o'clock Eastern. The last game I believe was 4 o'clock Eastern, but they still came to play and beat the Nets in that house over there. So liking the Hornets in that one, man, +2. That's the only way I could look. Let me see what my guys in the chat saying. What you guys thinking? Jay will always with the sharpest looks. Hey, I got to get back sharp, man. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I was on. I hadn't been able to get any sleep. I got to get back on my shit, man. Stop playing. I'm going to start coming on here nightly by my own, speaking some shit out, still doing the show with Shark, doing the show with some Wager Talk guys as well. But I got to get back to myself, though, man. I was feeling, I don't know what the fuck I was on, but let's get back to it. I'm sorry about that, but I just had to let you know. Let's go to the next game. Like the Hornets, like the Celtics, and now it's the only couple of ways that I could look. Let's get back to it, guys. Let's stack up some fucking wins. Let's go over here to the streets of Washington, D.C. We got the Wizards versus the Sixers here, right? So this line is what at minus. They got this one at open up at -2.5 for the 76ers in this one. The Sixers laid 4 in Washington on December 26th. Now it opened up at 2.5. The line is over. Line is all over the Wizards in this one. Bradley Beal, he's questionable, right? With COVID health and safety protocols. Not really sure what's going on there, but he's officially questionable for this MLK game with health and safety protocols. We'll see if he gets cleared. Obviously, the line will move whichever way with that. Let's see what we got. Sixers won 9 out of 10. This is the 3rd game in 4 nights for them, though. Not a back-to-back, but it's still 3rd and 4. And they coming off a big win, comeback win versus the Heat. And that one, they outscored those guys, 66 to 48 in the second half to come back and win by 9 points in Miami. It was a big win. And you got the Wizards. This is the 4th game of a homestand for the Wizards. I see them possibly catching a win here in this 8-game homestand. This is a nice little revenge spot as well versus the Sixers. I know the Sixers been red hot right now. I do lean the Wizards here at the house. Some strange reason I do feel like they could possibly get it done. You have Gafford. When you're going up against the Sixers, you always want to see if you have a guy that can bang with Embiid. They got Harrell back. And you know what? I remembered some as well. Last time they played in Washington, D.C., that was the game where Harrell had got fouled out or he got ejected or something like that, and B was telling them bye-bye. I'm pretty sure Montrezl Harrell will come to play today. When he does get on Embiid, this is going to be a big game for Montrezl Harrell, probably the Wizards as a whole, guys. Heavy lean to Wizards, +3, +2.5 in this game. I think they'll be very competitive in this game. You have Gafford to bang up against Embiid, and then you got Harrell off the bench as well. He'll really have something to say up against Embiid. I think the Wizards will come to play. So it'd be really nice to have Beal in there. I'm just doing this late night show to let you know where I'm looking. You dig what I'm saying? So far, Hornets, Celtics, Wizards, guys. Let's get to the next game here. We got the Nets versus the Cavs. The Cavs come back to the house. Now, KD's going to be out for a while. The Nets are going to have to learn how to play without him. He's going to be out from 4 to 6 weeks. Kyrie going back to the Cleveland. You dig what I'm saying? I think Kyrie is going to ball out. The Nets here, they're starting to get some size back. LaMarcus Aldridge is back. Hopefully they get Nicholas Claxton back. I know everyone will be on the Cavs. I know that like they had a phenomenal game yesterday. They came back versus the Thunder. They should be even more drenched as far as their energy now. If you ask me, this is still will be the Cavs' 7th game in 11 nights. Most of those were travel. Remember, they had 6 games in 9 nights all on the road. Terrible. Now they come back to the house. First game of a homestand, right? Like I say, 7th game, 11 nights, their first game back on the homestand. Kyrie coming back to Cleveland. I'd be looking at Kyrie props in this game. I think he's going to come and ball out if he's played. I know he's questionable, but he should play here. With him winning the championship in Cleveland and with KD being out, I think Kyrie's going to come to play, will ball out, go for 25 points in his sleep tonight on MLK Day. I think Kyrie will show up. Cavs 2-12. Y'all think that's just crazy when they come back to the house off their road trip? Here's the stats. The Cavs 2-12 against the spread last 14 home games, coming off a road trip of 7 or more days. It makes sense. You're on that road for a while. It's an environmental shift. Now you come back to the house. You got to oh baby, you miss me? Oh come on, let's have some fun. No, I missed it, y'all, but it's a distraction, right? You're on the road. You're focused. Now you come back to the house. You got to take care of plenty of shit, bills, walk the dog. You got to take care of your girl. You know she got needs too, but all of that, man. I do lean the Nets here plus the 3. This will be a fish special as well. The public, they know that the Cavs have been one of the best teams. They know that KD's out. Money will flood on the Cavs. This is one where another one. I don't need to bet this one the night before. Why? Because I'll wake up and it'll be at least -4. Oh, KD's out. I do think that the Nets still have still have some tools to win this game. Obviously, you have to bang with their bigs. They have enough guard to keep it up with the Cavs over there. And both of the games, they already beat the Cavs twice already this year as well without Kyrie, guys. So what you guys thinking in the chat? I know y'all ain't liking that one. I know y'all ain't liking it. Walk the dog. My guy say come out just to drop a like. I appreciate you. Cavs need rest. Exactly. The second game back, I see the Cavs losing this game. I don't care. I know it's not a fade of the Cavs. It's really a buy on the Nets, but it's also a fade of the Cavs as well. We'll see what happens. They're still in the fatigue spots here. I'm not laying the points with them, and you heard the stat as well. 2-12 against the spread. Last 14 home games off of a road trip of 7 or more days. That trend right there is saying this is a spot to go against the Cavs here. Let's go to another game here. There's some strong spots, man. I can't lie to you. I did my homework and I like this shit. I can't even lie to you. I might have a lot of bets tomorrow. Let's go over here to the streets of Memphis, guys. We got the Grizzlies versus the Bulls. I must say, this is a pretty tough game. It's not necessarily something I'm feeling super strong on one way or another. You got the Grizzlies here, 5-1 straight up and 4-2 ATS, their last 6 home games. They are coming off that home loss, which I called correctly with the Mavs. I know a lot of people didn't believe in me, but we smacked them up by damn near 30. Now you got the Bulls here. They're 0-4 against the spread. Sorry about that, guys. I don't usually come on here and I never brag. That was a big win for us, though, and nobody respect. I need my respect. But Bulls 0-4 against the spread versus a team with the winning record. They don't have Levine. They won't have LaMelo Ball in this. I mean, not LaMelo, Lonzo Ball in this one. Bulls also 4-1 against the spread last 5 in Memphis and 6-2 last 8 meetings. The Bulls, they're coming off 3 straight losses. So that's the thing here. The Grizzlies, they were on an 11-game win streak. Now after their first loss, it's very possible that they could take an exhale. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sit down and breathe now. They were going hard for so long, and they're coming to win every game. I can tell you that. And I usually like to back the Grizzlies as well, MLK Day angle. I do lean the Grizzlies here, but it does give me a little bit of hesitation with the Bulls losing 3 straight. Obviously, they'll be without Levine for a while, so they'll have to get used to playing without him. They still have some tools that they can come in here and win this game, guys. Don't get it twisted. Even without Levine and Lonzo Ball, Let me get it. The Sumnu, he's a damn good defender. The Sumnu up against Morant may not be a damn good matchup. Obviously, Morant's still going to eat. Vucevic is not really a paint presence, and that's the thing here. Morant should be able to get to the paint with ease. That's their whole game. But still, the Sumnu is a damn good defender. Kobe White, he's a good defender as well. Alfonso McKinney, not a big fan of him. They still got DeRozan over there. Still got Vucevic. Vucevic going against Jaren Jackson Jr. They may start Adams at the 5 in this game. We'll see. But I do like the bench better for the Grizzlies as well. They've been bringing Adams off, Milton, Anderson, Tyus Jones. The bench for the Bulls is starting to get really thin. Tony Bradley, Troy Brown Jr., Matt Thomas. I won't even mention the rest. The bench is actually starting to get really thin for the Bulls, guys. I know that a lot of people will think that it'll be auto bounce back for the Grizzlies. That's not necessarily the case, but I still lean their way with them being at the house, coming off a loss. I believe they had 2 days off as well. Just let me real quick. I didn't write that part down, but let's see if they have 2 days off rest here. Let's see. Yep, 2 days off of rest for the Grizzlies off of their loss. No travel. They're just sitting at the house steaming, getting ready for this MLK game. I believe it's on TNT as well. Want to take the Grizzlies here. I know the Bulls will want to bounce back, but the Grizzlies and the Hawks on MLK Day is a thing, I must say. Like going back, obviously, if you know, the Grizzlies always turn up on MLK Day. Heavy lean to the Grizzlies in that one. I can't say it's the only way I could look because it's conflicting. I see scenarios where the Bulls could possibly compete here, but as far as how the Grizzlies been rolling and at the house, I'm not betting against them at the house. The last game was a spot play. You see what I'm saying, for the Mavs and for the fatigue spot for the Grizzlies. Now they're rested off that loss, still at the house. Only way I could look is Grizzlies at the house in that one, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of LA here. We got the Clippers, my guys, going up against the Pacers here. Oh, Wolves up 20. I ain't even look at the score. Oh, baby. Wolves up 20. The Jazz. Let's go, guys. Let's fucking go. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry. But let's fucking go. Let's go, man. Clippers versus the Pacers here. It's all business. Here. Clippers versus the Pacers. You dig what I'm saying? Who we have? What, Clippers -2, right? Clippers open up at -1 here. What we got written down? Clippers off 2 straight losses. They're in need of a win. They're 4-0 straight up ATS the last 4 meetings. 4-0 straight up and against the spread last 4 meetings versus the Pacers. Guys, the Pacers have been trash. I'll be honest with you. Pacers 1-4-1 against the spread last 6 road games. They're 1-9 straight up last 10. How do we take the Pacers right now? Miles Turner's out. They may be good for him. Brogdon's still questionable with Achilles. It's a lot going on with Brogdon right there. If Brogdon's out, they did go 2-2 earlier on a West Coast homestand, on a West Coast road trip. But like I say, they had a lot more of their guys then. They had LeVert, Duarte, Brogdon, their whole team. They were playing a lot better basketball. Right now, they're in a terrible stretch right now. They're almost low-key starting to give up on the season. They got a new coach over there. He's not really doing well. Clippers -1 is the only way I could look in this game. The Pacers are not good form right now. Clippers are losing pieces as well, starting to get back a little bit healthy. I'm looking at the matchups here. Let's look at the matchups. Like I say, it'd be interesting to see if Brogdon plays. Should still have LeVert and Duarte, but you have some defenders for the Clippers and LS. This is a tough game, I must say. It's a tough one. I likely won't be betting it, but the only way I could look in this game is the Clippers. That's the only way I could look here. The Pacers, like I say, 1-9 straight up last 10. I'm not looking to back this team right now, even on the road, at the house, anytime. I'm just sorry. So that's probably why I'm staying away from this game. I can't be so one-sided. You have to look deeply into both sides. You see what I'm saying? In theory, Pacers have double revenge from last year. Usually Paul George is out there playing up against his road team. He won't be, but I can't bet this Pacers team right now. It's Clippers or nothing, and right now it's nothing. Let me take a sip of water, and then we're getting to Bucks versus Hawks. Bucks versus Hawks, my guys. Bucks versus the Hawks. Bucks come in here and land 4. Let me see. I got all type of shit written down. Bucks come in here and land 4 versus Atlanta. What are they doing over there in Atlanta? I made a little small live bet on the other day. I thought that they could come back. They had the momentum versus the Knicks. Hawks are starting to try to show that they're teetering on it to get a home win. Am I going to do it versus the Bucks? Possibly getting Drew Holiday back? Hell no. Bucks the only way I could look in this one. They opened up at -4. This is a revenge spot. Hawks laid -2.5 on November 14th at the house. Me and my guy Shark were on the Hawks in that game. Now you got the Bucks here laying 4 on the road again. The line is all over the Bucks in that one. The line is all over them. The Hawks 0-10 straight up and ATS last 10 home games. They're 28th, damn near last in defensive rating last 5 games. They're 24th in offensive rating last 5 games. 0-5 straight up and against the spread last 5 games. Period. Capella and Bogdanovich still out. You Drew Holiday possibly coming back. You got the Bucks 3-1 this year. We're heading on the road, coming off a home loss. They lose at the house. They go on the road the next game. They're 3-1 straight up. Now you got the Hawks. They're 2-2. They're 2-2 last 4 years at the house on MLK Day. And you got the Bucks. They're 3-1 last 4 MLK days, but 1-1 on the road. So we know that the Bucks and the Hawks always play on MLK Day. The Bucks, the only way I can look in this one, I don't know how they stop Giannis. John Collins looks like he's ready to be traded. Trae Young, I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't play a lick of defense. They're missing Capella very bad. Okongwu fouls out pretty quickly. Huerter's been trash. The bench is old. DeLon Wright is old. Lou Williams is old. The Hawks have some problems right now, guys. Bucks -4. The only way I could look in this one, it's actually one of my strongest leans as well. A lot of points pointing to the Bucks in this one, bouncing back off that home loss versus the Raptors. When they come off a loss versus the Raptors as well, this will be a much easier game for them going up against a lot worse defense versus the Hawks. Giannis, Chris Middleton, they should be able to get whatever they want. Guys like Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton probably going off in this shit. I like the Bucks -4 in this one, guys. What are you guys thinking in the chat? Gallinari, old, exactly. What's up with y'all, man? Why is the line 4? It doesn't matter. The Hawks laid -2.5 last time. The line is all over the Bucks here. Gotta see the Hawks win at first at home before I bet it exactly. What's up, Howard? I see you, my guy. Markel, Hawks fell off. It looks like great calls tonight. Appreciate you, man. Clippers ball boys can take Pacers bench. Great call on Wolves and Jazz. Let's fucking go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I ain't feeling myself. I got to get back to myself. Let's get back to these games, man. So I can go live, man. Wolves. Let's fucking go. But yeah, Bucks, the only way I could look in that one. Let's go over here to the streets of Orlando. We got the Magic here versus the Blazers. We got the Magic. This line opened up at -1. Line open up. It's sitting at -1 for Blazers now, but the line opened up at -1 for the Magic. Their first time being favored all year. No lie. You got to look at shit like that. Let me flip back real quick, see my notes on this one. Now, we got the Magic here. They've lost 9 straight games to the Blazers. You could argue that this is the Blazers' worst team over that stretch. There's no arguing. This is the Blazers' worst team over that stretch. What I'm saying is this might be the Magic's best possibility to get a win over the Blazers over there. They're 3-6-1 against the spread last 10 versus the Blazers. Blazers' worst road team. This is the Blazers' they might get McCollum and Powell back in this game. I know Powell needs a negative test to come back. McCollum, possibly his first game back in a while. He'll likely be super rusty. I would say it'll throw the team off, but they've been so trash that they could only help. They are 4-15. The Blazers 4-15 against the spread last 19 road games. They're 4-12-1 against the spread after an ATS win. So the Blazers don't put together back-to-back good performances. After they cover the spread, they're 4-12-1 against the spread the next game. Now the Magic, they are 5-20-1 against the spread last 26 home games. They're 2-15 straight up at the house this year, guys. Absolutely terrible. But like I say, this is their first game being favored all year. I think that's very telling if you ask me. You see the worst team in the NBA being favored here, especially their first time all year. The Magic, the only way I can look in this game, obviously the Blazers look really good up there in Washington. Anthony Simons is looking like a damn good player now. He's really taking a step. He'd probably be one of my most improved players coming from how trash he was. But we'll see if they get McCollum and Powell back. This is a toss-up type of game. I got it written down, the Magic as a lean, but I'm not betting that game, man. I'm not betting the game. Let's go over here to the streets of Miami here. We got only a few more games here. Finna get out of here. Yeah, I'm only going 30 minutes. Now we got the Heat here. They're laying. I wish they had Lowry. I told myself I don't usually flip flop on games. I wanted to take the Heat here. They're laying 3.5, 3. I'm pretty sure I saw that Lowry is out in hip and safety protocol, so the Raptors won't be going up against Lowry. I really wanted that Lowry versus his old team. I really wanted that. We don't get that, right? I don't even have a lot written down for this one. The Raptors playing really good basketball. They won 7 of 9. They're 8-2 against the spread last 10 games. Like I say, no Kyle Lowry, but they might get Adebayo back. It's a tough game. I need to see what's going to happen in this game. It's later in the day as well. Without Lowry, probably be looking at an under in that game. I'll be honest, I need to look into that game deeper. I didn't have a lot more time. The time started creeping up for me to go live. I know I don't have a strong look in that one. Right now, I lean the Raptors, though. No Lowry and no, and the rest of the guys. I know they'll have Jimmy, probably Adebayo. Adebayo will be super rusty. He may throw things off for the team. The Raptors, the only way I can look in that one, it is a tough travel spot coming off the game in Milwaukee. They just beat them. Now they got to face the Heat. Tough game, man. If Lowry was in there, I would have been on the Heat, though. I could tell you that. So with me saying that, I don't like to flip sides. My initial lean was Heat. Without Larry, Raptors, it's a tough game, man. Tough game. I'm going to stay off of it. Let's go over here to the streets of Dallas. We got the Mavs here. We got the Mavs been balling. We got the Mavs. They laid 10 in OKC January 2nd. Now the line is on OKC because now this line opened up at 10, right? So they laid 10 on the road. They should be coming home laying -13. They're not. The spread is staying the same. The line is on OKC. Mavs 1-4 straight up. So look, I look deep into this shit. The Mavs, when we come up, I say we because that's my team. Second game of a homestand. So they come back to the house off the road. They win the first game, or regardless, the second game, they're 1-4 straight up. Whatever reason, our second game off that homestand, we're 1-4 straight up. It's just something to look at. I mean, I don't know. I'm not making this shit up. It's just that's what goes down. Now you got the Thunder. They're 5-1 against the spread. Last 6 coming off a straight up loss. They're 6-1-1 last 8 against the spread, period. Thunder 3-1. They're 3-1 getting from 10 to 12 points. So when they're in the point range, when they're in the point spread range of +10 to +12 this year, they're 3-1. The Mavs, they're they're 1-2 land from 10 to 12. So when the Mavs are laying -10 to -12, they're only 1-2 against the spread covering in those scenarios this year. Mavs do have number 1 defense last 5 games. The Thunder have the number 26 defense last 5 games. That's why they let the Cavs come back. Now the Thunder do have the number 10 offense last 5. And then the Mavs have the number 9th offense last 5. So what I'm saying is I lean to the over in this game. I'd like to lean to the Thunder for the simple fact that my Mavs hadn't been well in a comfortable spot, second game back from a homestand. I'd like to lean to the Thunder. Mavs did get Porzingis back. I think that Porzingis will lead to us having a worse defense, but even better offense, playing a little bit more fast pace as well. That total's at 207.5. Let me see. So my God, Shark is gonna like this over. Watch this. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you something. So last couple of games, the last December 12th, 2021, 103 to 84. Mavs lay -4. The total was 207. You got the total the same. They've coming off 2 big unders, and yet you still have that same total. Mavs 103 to 84. That's a total of 187 points on a total of 207. What happens the next game? Same total, 207. It's only 95 to 86, a total of 181 points. Now you got the third meeting of the season after having a couple of totals go under by like 20 points, still with that same total. I think this is the time that it'll get over, and this is the first game in Dallas as well. So the other couple games were in OKC. I can see the Mavs defense not necessarily being as intact, but the offense been there. Mavs going for probably scoring 115 in this one. I could see a 115 to 10, like 115, 106 type of game. That's how I see it. OKC possibly sneaking in there, and this game going over that 207. So that's my lean to that over. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying in that one. What are you guys thinking? OKC plus 10.5. That's what they leaning. I can dig it. Okay, but playing this game. Net solo over points. Strong lean. Turner out for Pacers tomorrow. He may never play for Pacers this again. That's a damn good point. He's been trash. I don't know how they trade him. They put it on the Grizzlies. And Bucks, you like them for? Do you like parlay? Celtics, Jazz, Grizzlies. I couldn't talk you off. Add Miami Moneyline when they go to the run to. I like Raptors. I think my Raptors smashed the Heat. Sounds like the Blazers own the match. I guess that really was what I was saying. No, hey, they really do kind of own them. They liking the Mavs in the chat. Mavs first half. I couldn't talk you off. A couple more games, guys. I'm finna get out of here. A couple more quick hitters. I'm really gonna be breaking these down tomorrow, real quick. We're going to the streets of San Antonio. We got the Suns versus the Spurs. Spurs laying 3.5. Line opened up at 3.5. They laid 7.5 on their last meeting. The Spurs just the Suns just laid 7.5. I'm gonna show you something. Call me crazy, but the Spurs have played the Suns really tough earlier just lately. 3-1-1 against the spread last 5 meetings. The Suns coming off a tough back-to-back as well. They just played in Detroit today. It was an early game, but now you're heading from Detroit down to San Antonio. It's not necessarily a short trip if you ask me. Still third game in 4 nights, all on the road as well, and 4th and 6th nights on the road. Like I say, they laid 7.5 December 6th. The Spurs covered that game. They could have possibly won that game, only lost by 4. They laid 7. The Suns laid 7.5 at the house. Now they come on the road laying minus 3.5. The line is on the Spurs. That's 1 point of strength. I know why it is. That's because the Suns are on a back-to-back with travel, but still, the Spurs, the only way I could look in this one, I know that the Suns have been absolutely balling, but the trends say that the Spurs have played them really tough as of late, and they have the rest advantage as well, and they're at the house. We'll see if Jakob Poeltl end up suiting up in this game. I would lean the Spurs in there. When Suns been red hot, it's tough to go against them, but if they do drop one, it's going to be a 3rd and 4 on the road, back-to-back with travel. Maybe possibly against the Spurs that played really well against them. So lean the Spurs in there one. Last game up, we got the Jazz versus the Lakers. I'll be honest, I didn't even get a chance to really look at this one. I know that the Lakers have obviously been subpar. They have been subpar lately. LeBron tweeting out saying they will be better. It's a late night game. Jazz coming off a back-to-back versus Denver. Let's see if we even have a line yet. Right now, so they got Jazz from -4 to -5 versus the Lakers tomorrow. Gobert, first game coming back off the COVID pause. Now you got a back-to-back. We'll see how Gobert looks. Let me see. I'm breaking this one down with y'all. Jazz 0-4. Let's see. Jazz 3-8 against the spread last 11 games playing on the back-to-back. Excuse me. You got the Lakers. Jazz are 2-6 against the spread last 8 meetings. They're 1-4 against the spread last 5 in Los Angeles. They had just coming off 4 straight losses, and then now they got the win versus Denver. You got the Lakers here off 3 straight losses. Oh boy, it's gonna be a tough one, man. I don't have anything in this one. I'd like to be on the Jazz, but it's a back-to-back for them. They are due to pile up some wins. Let's see how many minutes these guys play tonight. I likely won't be betting this game, guys. I'm finna get out of here. I'll tell you a lot stronger looks. This game, let me see. So let's see, 35 minutes for Gobert, 35 minutes for Donovan Mitchell, 30 for Bogdanovich, 30 for O'Neal. We'll see if Conley plays. Looks like he only played 23 minutes to kind of get ready for the back-to-back. Recent form, I'd say Jazz. This is the last game on the board. I'll break that one down tomorrow. We'll be on here live, me and my guy Shark. I'll tell you the strongest leans for me right now. Strongest leans: Hornets -2, Celtics. Let me see. Let me do the drop down. All right, now we get into the free picks, man. Like I say, nothing official for me right now, but I will have some picks from these. These are some strong looks, and I'll likely be. I might be on all of these, to be honest with you. Right now, I hadn't bet any of them yet. Hornets +2 versus the Knicks. Celtics -5.5. Nets +3. Wizards +3. Clippers -1. Grizzlies -3. Bucks -4, and lean that over versus the Mavs and Thunder. Like I say, the heaviest ones for me right now are Hornets, Celtics, Bucks, Nets, Grizzlies, and then Wizards. I'd say it in that order. Guys. Well, I'll have the officials tomorrow. I'm just here to break you off with I'm basically here to give you some betting information. Basically, you guys make your own decisions. I'll let you guys know what I'm officially betting tomorrow morning. I'll be on here 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Central. Central with my guy Shark, trying to get some cash. I will have probably at least 2 official plays and 1 top from those. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Back live in the morning. It's NBA Talk with Jay, man. Hit the like button and subscribe. We out.